Right, I've been off for a day or two. I've been off the whole weekend, to be honest. This hay fever really has dragged me down, but my lymph nodes have swollen to epic proportions. It's just crazy how the body reacts. As you can see, I found time to tinker with the helmet camera, and I've put a new mic in as well, and I've adjusted it where it sits. I've added a bit more what's the word, the foam to it. But anyway, yeah, I hope you guys like the new angle. I'm going to give it a go. The only thing I would say with the way the camera sticks out, because it does stick out a lot to give this wide angle, it gets in the way of my arm and my shoulder, believe it or not. Well, you probably will, because when I go to do my visor, my shoulder hits the arms, as it were, because I'm using like several arms and joints, and it's all happening outside my helmet. I look like some sort of freak geezer. Yeah, so what can you do, to get that perfect angle? The problem is the helmets aren't made for obviously mounting these things in the first place, so no matter where you stick the bloody surface mount, you end up having to move, trying to angle the camera. And the problem is I'm using a Sony AS200V, right? That's the Sony action camera. Why am I using it? Because it was half the price of a GoPro and with the same functionality. I'm talking about the GoPro 3 Plus Black Edition, because it's got 60 frames per second in 1080p and 170 degrees lens, and to get that in GoPro I'd be paying 300. I can't justify that at the moment, to be honest. I'm sorry guys, I love you, but you're just not worth 300 quid to me right now. I got it off Amazon. I spent 140 quid on it, including delivery, believe it or not, because they do, even the Sony ones, the AS200, it retails for like 200 quid or up. But I think I was lucky, and they had some damaged stock, and it was just the outside packaging, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to carry that around with me, and I ain't putting it on display. What else are you going to do with the packaging? So that went straight into the bin, and it wasn't even that bad. It was a bit of sellotape on it, for fuck's sake. What, you're going to knock 60 quid off the retail price? Yeah, okay. So yeah, quid's in with that, and it also came, interestingly enough, it came with the remote, what's it called, the remote viewer, and it came with the bicycle mounting package. I think they call it the bike mounting package, so you can use it for both mountain bikes and motorbikes, I guess. You're gonna have to excuse the voice, because it really is fucked, because of this shitty hay fever. Let me in, go on then, love, you can do it. Bloody hell, man. Some people want an invite. Anyway, where was I before I was nearly killed? Yeah, so my voice is just stupider as ever, if not more so. Yeah, the AS200V, the biking package, and it came with a helmet mounting system, okay, and it's got I think it's got 2 degrees of movement, and the problem with the the Sony action camera is that it doesn't have a rotating lens, so wherever you stick it on the fucking camera, it ends up like the horizon isn't flat, basically, and people who are drift owners will know the plight, because I think their lens is rotatable, which is brilliant. I think it's drift and similarly styled bullet cameras, I guess. Yeah, so the action camera, it's very good. It's got excellent tech in it, and yes, I am a Sony fanboy, and I don't mind admitting it, because they do make some good tech. But it's difficult, right? I shouldn't feel sorry for them, because they probably spent millions in designing it and making it and all that rubbish. So, but it is difficult, because the other thing is, right, they've got the screen on one side, and it's fucked. You fucked it, because if you mount it on either side, yes, I know you can turn it upside down, but and then because it's orientated, if you put it on one side of the helmet, you can't see the screen potentially, and if you were to the thing is, they expect you to you know, put it upside down, right? So you can always see the screen. Well, it's not going to work because you put the mic in one place, the mic adapter, right? And that's not going to work, is it? Because I need access to the mic, right? And you put it at the bottom. And oh, guess what? You know, at the bottom they expect you to put plates and shit, and that covers the mic housing. Again, you know, another design flaw. So, you know, that's my review of it. Is that excellent tech, makes brilliant picture. You know, I'm not going to, you know, you can see that yourself. You know, in my opinion, I think some chap did a YouTube comparison, and the GoPro 4 and this camera, and the color reproduction on the Sony was better than the GoPro. Now the GoPro does very well, and you know, if I had the money, I would have 8 of them, right? But I don't. But I know, generally speaking, GoPro is better, but I wanted to give the Underdog a try, see what the Sony's about. You know, most complaints are I can't access to, you know, I don't know how to use the menu. Well, I think that's a small compromise, playing around the menu. So yeah, it's 200VB. I have jury-rigged GoPro mount onto it, and you know, it's pretty cool that you can do that. You get a 1/4" adapter, because this, again, the Sony action camera takes a 1/4" screw, I think it is, 1/4" thread, or the other way around. The GoPro mount's taking it. But anyway, I've got the adapter, so now you know, you can attach it to any GoPro mount, which is brilliant. So you can, you know, literally have it sticking out the side of your head like I do, and pointing in any direction. But no, the bike mount that it came with, the Sony bike mount, is very good. Like I said, it's got I think it's got 200 degrees or 180 degrees turning in one direction, and again 180 in another direction. So it's pretty good. The only thing it doesn't do is that, you know, the front of it doesn't go up and down. The front of the lens, you know, you can't elevate it or lower it. Geezer, Mr. Triumph, not looking happy there for some reason. I know it's early, but you know. So yeah, I moved the mic. I'm not really sure how this is going to pick up my voice. I did some testing yesterday inside, because if I went outside, the pollen would have killed me, right? And because my allergies, I'm such a sensitive soul. It's like that film, right? Mark Wahlberg, right? The Happening, and they should just change the title to, you know, the hay fever, because it's the same concept, isn't it? Fucking nature just wants to kill you, right? And it's just found a way, using its semen to get inside of your orifices and making you cry. I'm being raped by nature, and it's made me cry. I think that's the title of the video now. I mean, hay fever, you know, it's not a joke. I used to think it was, because I never used to get it. I thought, you know, you're know, unlucky because you can't enjoy your summers. Well, every single summer for the last 5 years, it's gone, man. It's finished. I can't do anything, because it literally, it's like, basically my symptoms, I think it varies across different people, or the intensity varies, but it's man flu. If you know what that is, and it's worse because with the flu, right, or the cold, you know, there's certain stages which can last a week, I guess, at the most, maybe 2 weeks if you're unlucky. But with hay fever, right, this is my 3rd attack since March, and you know, by attack I mean my glands swell up, my, you know, balance goes, my nose runs, you know, I'm just a dribbling mess. You know, nature's left me in a dribbling mess again, because it, you know, because it hates me. It's released its semen, its pollen, all over my face, into my nostrils, and it's not a pretty sight, honestly. Nature bukkake. Forget tentacle rape. This is fucking branch rape. Yeah, it's not pleasant. That's for sure. And you don't know when it's going to come again, because this is my 3rd attack, and there's been like a couple of weeks in between, and I'm like, yeah, it's over now, because it could be grass, pollen, tree pollen. Yeah, it's a bit gutting, really, because I used to enjoy my summers, and I got a lot to do outside, but no longer now, and you can't even preempt it. You can't You know, I've tried taking the sprays, the tablets, the eye drops. Doesn't work. I had to go and see the doctor, and the doctor's like, well, we can't do fuck all, go and see the chemist. Oh yeah, I've been to see the chemist, they can't do fuck all, so what are you saying? Geezer? A nod from a warden there, that's interesting. Normally they just ignore everyone. Yeah, so the chemist is like, alright, well, you know, take all this, doesn't work. So anyway, I spoke to the doctor, and you know, they said, look, okay, if you've tried everything, we'll give you a prescription antihistamine, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll try that. And apparently it's so strong you can't take anything else with it, so that's all I'm on. It's the second day now I've been taking the tablets. But we'll see what happens, to be honest. Well, the problem is, the worst of the attack was on, you know, the day before yesterday, right? I'm already getting better, and you know, either the tablets will speed that up, or you know, my body will ignore that shit and just get better by itself. So I don't know. It's like catch-22, man, which is a shame, because I fucking hate it. You know, it's bullshit. Again, there's not much you can do. You just have to sit through it. I mean, that's what the doctor said. In fact, I had to go back to the GP twice yesterday, because the first time they said, no, we can't do anything, man. So they said, go and see the chemist. I said, well, I've already tried everything. I wouldn't have called you otherwise. I'm not dumb. You know, I'm not one of these what do you call them, kleptomaniacs? No, that's somebody who steals. You know, the people who always think they're dying or something, they'll come to me. Kleptomaniacs, man. Yeah, so I don't know. Hypochondriacs? No, that's, you know, that's something else, isn't it? It'll come back to me, I'm sure of it. Yeah, so my outdoor life sucks at the moment, and going for long rides in the countryside probably doesn't help. This is a funky road, isn't it? You know, these houses, right? These houses are ridiculous. We're in an area, and look at them. They're all cramped up, right? They're all together. They're not detached or nothing, right? There's no front drive, right? They're probably what? Maybe 4 bedrooms at the most, 3 bedrooms. £1 million. It's crazy, isn't it? It's all about location here. Yeah, million, easy. Right, give way to the right. Go on. Yeah, you're welcome, love. It's the law. I would go on otherwise. Yeah, you can't even nod properly, because if I go left, the camera hits the shoulder. But yeah, I'm gonna treat this as test footage, because again, I don't know what the mic's picking up, and until I get someone with a computer. Because I don't really use the remote view. That's the other thing. It's great to set up the camera when you sat at home, or initially you can do it on the bike, I guess. But you don't because it works over Wi-Fi. You don't want the Wi-Fi turned on all the time, because obviously it sucks the battery up. You know. Lovely building, allegedly. Well, I hope the angle, you know, does capture a lot more than before. I mean, before it was okay, but because we drive on the left-hand side, I think it's probably best if I have it on the left-hand side, so you can see all the bullshit. But you know, maybe I'll change it back to the right, because people like the thrill of oncoming traffic in their faces, or maybe I'll stick it to my chin for that neutral look. But you know, I always believe that, you know, I prefer the, no matter what they say, my preference is, you know, camera has to, I think it has to show some part of the helmet to give you a point of reference. The chest harness is okay, right, but it doesn't, I don't know, you just don't feel that involved. You know, some people say, yeah, it looks first person to me, but I don't know, I feel kind of more involved if I see a bit of the helmet and the inflections of the rider when he's talking, or, you know, when he's, you know, performing manoeuvres and actions, and I don't know. I like to see what he's doing, like porn. Let's not look. Well, I don't know why I keep referring back to XXX movies. Oi, oi, that's a Ducati. Oh, speaking of porn. That's nice, I like it. Man, that is beautiful, I love it. Nice. Yeah, that, you know, I cannot, you know, what can you say? You can't stop, I can't stop raving about it, really. I need that bike in my life. Sorry, Beamer, I love you too, but, you know, sometimes you just got to move on, find the right one.